So we will be recording today's session. It's just getting kicked off. It will be available within the next 24 hours or so at that Snow snackable link. That's part of our Superheroes YouTube channel, where we've done a lot of these snackable sessions. So you can find a bunch of videos out there as well. Stay on mute, please, if you can. We'll be cross-checking because obviously there's barking dogs and heavy breathers and things kind of get in the way sometimes, and we'll be monitoring for that. But if you do have a question, feel free to throw it in chat, raise your hand. We'll certainly call on you. This is a short period of time to get through a lot of content, so we'll probably try to limit questions towards the end, so just bear with us, but feel free to post them. And then we'd love to hear your feedback, just to make sure we're hitting the mark. We're giving you the content that you're looking for. That Platt Snack survey is the link. You can click on it directly from this slide, and opportunity to win a cool prize as well. So as we think about kind of this whole collaborative apps perspective, there's, Teams is much more than just chat and meetings. It's now expanding into other capabilities by helping you automate, helping you transform business processes. And we've got a ton of applications, over 800 now, 850 plus, and it's growing like every single week. So super excited to have ServiceNow join us for a second time. We've been doing this for almost a year now, Doug, and they've made some enhancements to their Now Agent app. So we're excited to have Cassie join us. I think Cassie's going to kick us off, and then Corey's going to come on later and give us a little walk through the demo. So Cassie, if you'd like to take over, feel free to do so, and you can drive the slides.
Awesome. Yep, thanks so much, Travis. So hi, everybody. My name is Cassie, and I'm the Senior Partner Development Specialist for Microsoft. And so today we're going to be discussing our joint solution, Teams and ITSM Pro / Virtual Agent, and some of the features that are available. And then after my presentation, we have Corey on, who will support in giving a live demo. So first, just a bit of background on the ServiceNow relationship with Microsoft. So we've officially formalized this partnership in July of 2019. And even prior to this, Microsoft was one of ServiceNow's oldest technology partners. And we are also one of Microsoft's 9 strategic ISVs. ServiceNow has been building integrations to Microsoft products for years, and we also have over 30 integrations posted to the ServiceNow store. So to talk more about Virtual Agent and Teams, ServiceNow and Microsoft have teamed up to help enterprise customers deliver great digital experiences and supercharge employee productivity by integrating the Now Virtual Agent with Teams. So the AI-powered chatbot is built right into your workspace, enabling your employees to quickly get information and resolve issues without having to contact the help desk or find the right portal. Easily make requests and perform routine work tasks such as automating password resets, ordering a new laptop, or even scheduling time off, all via chat. And seamlessly be transferred to the right human agent if there are more complex issues. A virtual agent has the potential to handle over 50% of the most common call drivers across HR and IT service management. And in turn, this helps free up support staff to focus on work that adds more value to the business. So improving business efficiency and employee satisfaction. So by routing requests through Virtual Agent and Teams, companies can provide an enhanced service experience that does not significantly impact their staff. So with the ServiceNow Virtual Agent, you're able to give employees an effective way to handle routine tasks without having to talk to a live agent, providing additional services without having to hire and train staff. Users can request services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and this is all while delivering a consistent and easy to navigate service experience. There we go. Oh, I think I skipped too far ahead. There we go.
You let me know. It looks like I'm driving the slides for you, so you just let me know what slide you're on, and I can get there for you.
Okay, there we go. Sorry about that.
No worries.
So we have purpose-built conversation topics. So our virtual agent comes with over 1,400 out-of-the-box conversation flows and pre-built NLU models for the most common IT and HR topics. So this enables organizations to quickly build and deploy self-service experiences. Employees can also use natural language to get help for a wide variety of scenarios. So some examples are like for IT service management, I need to reset my password, or how do I order a new monitor? And then for HR service delivery, it could be, I have a problem with my paycheck, or how do I request a leave of absence? So these are some of the most common requests that employees have, and they can all be taken care of right in Teams without the employee having to leave the Teams app. So now there are some additional features in Teams once you've activated Virtual Agent. So I'm going to take you through all of the key features more in depth so you can really see the power of ITSM Pro and Teams. So the first feature that I wanted to mention is the actionable notifications. So we've added actionable notifications to help improve employee productivity. So now employees are able to take action on key notifications without leaving Teams. This means that requesters can respond to comments on incidents, requests, and HR cases. Comments can also be added to approve or reject requests and change them all in the chat function within Teams. We've also improved agent productivity by streamlining the communication process between agents and employees. Agents can initiate a Teams chat with the requester directly from the ticket, and they can copy responses from the requester back to the ticket as a comment. We've also enhanced the agent to employee communication feature. So now agents can automatically import the Teams chat history and conversations directly into a case within ServiceNow. This helps to reduce the time and effort for agents to add comments and relevant information into a case. Agents also have the option to call a user from the live chat feature. This feature is integrated into Agent Workspace via the chat action. This enables agents to provide a higher touch experience for complex or urgent issues. So the Employee Center in Teams. So this is helping to streamline employee access to ticket status, outstanding tasks and communication, campaigns, announcements, and outages. Dashboard links to virtual agent or service portal for more information or to take action. And this is developed as a service portal page. So there's a native Teams experience with an embedded employee dashboard. The dashboard streamlines employee access to ticket status, outstanding tasks, and communication. The dashboard will link to the virtual agent or service portal for more information or to take action.
And that's something that was just launched this fall, looks like. So that's great.
Yep, very recent. Yeah. So incident management in Teams. So we have rapid collaboration and response with incident management in Teams. So Teams integrates with major incident management via Notify, and this enables you to take action on major incidents from within the Teams app. Plus, you'll have the native Teams alerts for upcoming communications tasks. Notify and meeting extensions for Teams. So we have the Notify connector for Microsoft Teams. This quickly initiates meetings from the major incident management and improves communication with stakeholders. And then we have the ServiceNow meeting extensions for Microsoft Teams. So this is embedded incident details and communication tasks directly into Teams for shared understanding and rapid action. We also have the universal request integration. So this provides you with a single service experience in Teams, regardless of what department you request help from. So it also easily enables agents to provide support by initiating a conversation in Teams. Also great, customers using universal request can also integrate Teams with workplace service delivery and legal service delivery. And then this is just a quick overview of the core ServiceNow features and functionalities that can be activated in Microsoft Teams that we discussed in detail just a few moments ago. So I thought it'd be helpful to see the full breakdown in a list view so you can see the ITSM Pro side by side with HRSD Pro as well. So ITSM is our core product. It allows that 24/7 access that you may not get with the standard help desk. The agent to employee chat and incident management, these are typically the easiest features to activate, which is why those are highlighted. And then just a quick note, so customers must start with the virtual agent to enable use of all of these other features. And you can activate virtual agent with HRSD or ITSM Pro. So that virtual agent piece is really like the starting point, and then all of these features come after that.
Hey, Cassie,
Yeah.
this is Doug here, and you may be addressing this momentarily, but there is a question around costs in the chat that may be aligned to this slide. Just asking if there are costs for ITSM integration in their current environment, such as the integration hub, or is it a free component for the ITSM Pro customers?
You know, I took a note of that. I don't know off the top of my head, but I can definitely get back to you guys after this if that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, on my side.
Sophie, I know you asked the question. Once we hear back from Cassie and team, we'll find a way to get you that response as quickly as we can.
Yep, definitely.
We do send a follow-up recap email, so any questions that we can't answer today, we'll make sure they're included in the follow-up.
And then I'd say, Corey, too, there's some additional questions if you don't mind taking a peek in the. Oh, you already are. Thank you.
No problem.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Okay, so then the ServiceNow Virtual Agent versus Virtual Agent Lite. So here you can see the ServiceNow breakdown for Virtual Agent and then VA Lite and some of the different features that they do include or don't include. So if you have ITSM Pro, you can plug in Virtual Agent in Teams. This comes with over 30 plus topics and it's very customizable based on your preferences. Pro also allows you to have the NLU capability as well as dashboards with all of your virtual agent data. And then VA Lite is the light version of Virtual Agent. It's really designed to give the customer a taste of what Virtual Agent has to offer. This is for customers that have not upgraded to Pro just yet. Maybe they're an ITSM standard or like a legacy version. And it is very light, right? So a lot of the capabilities that exist in the standard Virtual Agent do not exist in VA Lite. So it plugs into Teams and it has 3 of the top conversation topics. So you can report an issue, check status of a ticket, and then search your knowledge base. NLU is not a feature that works here. So everything is based off of keywords typed in. Also much more limited in terms of configurability. So you can only access the 3 conversation topics. And with this version, you're unable to create additional conversation topics. And dashboards and reporting are also not available here. So again, it's a great option if you as the customer, you're looking to implement Virtual Agent, but you just kind of want to test it out first to see how it goes. And then we have our Virtual Agent Essentials or VA Essentials and service offerings. So this is just for awareness for customers that are looking to get started with Virtual Agent. ServiceNow offers these packages to help you implement. And so if you are interested in this, I would definitely recommend reaching out to the ServiceNow account executive that you're working with. If you don't maybe know who that is, you can reach out to me and I can get you connected. But that'll be your main point of contact if you're interested in doing some kind of implementation here.
Hey, Cassie, I just want to call out for everybody here who may have attended last year when we met with the ServiceNow team. These are new service offerings, and this is fantastic. This is a great way for you and your colleagues to jump in and have a little hand-holding as you go forward with implementation.
Yeah, and just a quick note. So the Jumpstart Your Virtual Agent one is free, which is awesome. Again, much more light than all of the other different offerings, but if you're wanting that assistance, it's a great place to start. Definitely.
And the links down at the bottom, the data sheets, the Now Intelligence, those are all clickable. So if you want to go ahead and move around and learn a little bit more, feel free to click those links.
Yep. Awesome. Okay, so next I just wanted to share our 2 big Teams Virtual Agent customer success stories, and then Corey, you can take it away. So this first one is to just kind of share and help to frame the success around this product. So like all companies with the majority of their employees working from home last year, ITAU in Brazil had challenges of managing requests for software and hardware to support their service desk. So they implemented ITSM Pro with Virtual Agent in Teams within 4 months. And in doing this, they were able to reduce costs, improve their NPS score, and had a 40% reduction in tickets per month, which is awesome. Then we have Levi's. So Levi's activated both ITSM and HRSD functionality in Teams. They saw a deflection rate in cases of over 50%, and the internal CSAT for their employees surged to 100%. So their employees really, really valued this. They also added in Azure Translator, which handles real-time communication and translations between agents and employees. And this is huge for our global customers. The really great functionality that they can use. And now it is time for the demo. Thanks, everybody.
Awesome job. Thanks, Cassie.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right.
As Corey's getting ready to share his desktop for the demo component, I know customers have asked in the past, what version do I need to be on? Can I be on, Rome, Paris? Like, is there a bare minimum of kind of a barrier to entry?
And Travis, while you're doing that, it looks like I may need to be added as presenter. I'm not getting the option to share.
Yes, you do. Rookie mistake. Let me go ahead and get you. There you go.
While he's doing that, Cassie, do you happen to know the versioning need?
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
Is there a minimum version requirement to utilize the Now agent?
So I think with our release cycles, yes, you have to have ITSM Pro to use Virtual Agent. And then if you have ITSM Pro, we need you upgraded to, we hope that you can be upgraded to the Quebec release within ServiceNow.
Thanks for clarifying. Corey, it looks like you're good to go.
All right, perfect. Well, good afternoon or morning, everyone, depending on where you are. Again, my name is Corey Dubois. I'm a senior advisory consultant at ServiceNow. I was focusing on the alliance between ServiceNow and Microsoft. And so what I wanted to do was take a little time and demo the integration that we have with Teams. As we move forward, we're finding that through our partnership with Microsoft and leveraging their fast-growing social media collaboration platform, which is Teams, right? We're finding that their consumption of that platform can be achieved from a multitude of devices, from Zebra devices to mobile devices, tablets, and web pages, right? And so what you're seeing now is a web page. So think of it as you could have a kiosk at a retail environment, right, where users are able to interact with the IT staff or interact with the virtual agent to get common tasks done on a daily basis. As Cassie mentioned, 24-hour access to the virtual agent, right? And so with the Virtual Now and ServiceNow integration, right, we're delivering a platform that could be leveraged. So as your organization looks to embrace this digital transformation that we're going through, right, we can go with you in step, right? So we can meet you where you are and grow with you, right? And I'll kind of allude to that through this presentation. So here in the browser, I'm in Teams. And so I'm simply going to go over to chat. And so here in chat, I just want to point out that here you'll see an icon. That icon can be changed to your company branded icon. And you can change the virtual agent name as well and use a vernacular that's more apparent for your organization. So here within the agent, I can simply start a conversation just by typing in hi. Once I type in hi, the virtual agent will respond back, right? And so this is where I talk about meeting you and your users where you are, right? And so we can have a canned response, right? Think about all the different types of situations that you have that can be quickly addressed and mitigate it, right? So you can have all of those defined right here out of the box where they can just select a drop-down list. So I'm going to use an example of a printer issue. So say I'm a retail person and I'm having issues with the printer at the cashier's office, right? So I'm just going to say I have a printer issue. So these are, common issues that we see on a daily basis. I submit that to the virtual agent, and then quickly I can get back with defined information that you as the IT staff provide, right? And so we can gather this information directly from ServiceNow, right? And so you can have it say I'm out of paper, out of ink, whatever the issue may be, right? And if it's a different issue, you allow them to type that in and say what the issue is, and the intelligence in the virtual agent will provide them a response or a way to resolve that. So I'm just going to say for here that I'm out of paper. Once I say I'm out of paper, I'm going to submit that, and then the virtual agent will give me steps to resolve that. Right. So if you have a new employee working and they don't really know the training and they forgot the training from someone who was helping them through their new user orientation, right? So they can get, a list of steps to quickly get it done, right? So they don't have to call the IT staff to get that done, right? So we can surface up information like this customized step list, or from a KB article, or any information that's needed to resolve that, right? And so I'm just going to say that, yes, that resolved my problem. And then, as Cassie alluded to, the customers that we're working with and they have great success, one of them, which was Levi Strauss, stated that they had 100% customer sat. And the way that they did that was by quantifying it. And so in the response, we can provide an update to say, how was your experience? Good, neutral, bad, right? To allow the end user to rate that experience, so that way you can quantify how successful your deployment is. Right. And so, as we move forward, right, there's other things that we can do as you walk through that transformational journey. One of which is using the natural language that Cassie spoke about. So as opposed to using that defined list, this time I'm going to tell the virtual agent that, hey, you know what? I need a new iPhone. So the virtual agent will take that request. It will say, do you want to use that templated item that we used earlier? I'm going to say no. So this time the virtual agent will say, and it will look in the system and provide me a list based off of my role and what I do. It's going to provide me a list of options that I'm already approved for. Right. And so me as that end user, I can say, well, I'm a retail manager. I need access to an iPhone because my phone broke. So I'm going to click that. Then it'll automatically take me over into the service catalog where I can place that order. Once that order is done, and you'll see I get details about the iPhone, the description, see if it meets my needs. If I go ahead and say add and place that order, a workflow is automatically triggered to the approval process. So if it needs to go to another team for approval, if it needs to go to the person's manager for approval, right? That whole workflow is done in order, and the ticket is created to request that form, and the requisition is done to get that done for that user. Right. So here I'm going to click there and say yes. So as you see, and with the natural language, right, the more you use it, the more it gets to know, your vernaculars and your terms, right? So there's tons of information that we can provide at a quick instance. So I'm going to say yes, this helped me, and it takes me back, right? And so now that we've looked at here, right, we talked about the different form factors that we can leverage in this platform, right? So let's just say I'm a retail manager, and here I have my Android device, right? So this device could be any device, right? And so you saw that I had requested an iPhone, and I have an issue that I'm working on. I need to make sure it's done even after I leave work, right? So because we're leveraging the Microsoft Teams platform that can be leveraged on any device, I can quickly swipe down here and get access to my virtual team agent, and that conversation continues, right? I can pick up directly where I left off, right? And so the power of it is great, right? So I don't have to start over. I don't have to reach out and find my help desk ticket. I can continue to follow this issue until it's resolved, right? Or I can start a new issue directly from the phone. So if it's something else I need to be done, if I'm now on my mobile device and say I want to get VPN connectivity, I can submit that. And again, I'm able to get that done. The virtual agent will say, okay, for what type of machine are you trying to access, a Mac or a PC? I'm going to say a PC. And then it's going to provide me steps to get connected to the VPN, so I can get connected into work and get my job done, right? And so I'm going to say, yes, that resolved my issue. Another thing that I quickly wanted to highlight, right? So if I go into the virtual agent here, and then I could go into Teams, you'll see that in the Teams virtual agent, I can include additional information, right? So if you have collaboration that needs to be done with disparate systems or teams in your organization, right? Or you want to provide them your end users information that they can watch or gather, right? You can do that, right? So here you'll see I'm giving them information where they can quickly watch a video or get actionable tips on getting stuff done, or share a channel, right, directly into the organization so the users can get their work done and you can be more productive. So lastly, what I wanted to do is leave outside of the user and go into the agent. So we talked about the user, and so now I want to show you from the agent's view, just how easy it is to enable some of those workflows that you saw in that drop-down box, right? So we have out of the box, we have 8 components that can be deployed right out of the box. And here are a list of all of those things, right? And so let's just say, for instance, I want to give them the ability to check case status, right? I can click on that, and all I got to do is simply ensure that it's activated. If I don't want the user to see it, I just simply hit this slide bar, and unactivate it, and they won't see that, right? So it gives you a lot of flexibility and a lot of capability, right, to leverage your whole infrastructure and bridge the gap between disparate companies and disparate groups within your organization. So with that, I will stop and see if there's any questions that we can answer as we're at the top of the hour.
Hey, Corey, before you close out your screen, there is a question about demoing an agent copying the Teams conversation with an employee into an incident or a task.
Yeah.
Is that something you can highlight? Okay.
Yes. And so I think Cassie had that in one of her slide decks, but from the workspace within the ServiceNow infrastructure, so me as a IT person, this is the screen that I would be working out of as an agent, right? So I can see all the tasks coming in, all the issues, right? And so from there, I can then go find the incident. And so I can see that there's a incident, like one of the ones I just did was, let's find one that's still open. Let's just click this one to see if I can't show it real quick. No, this one was closed. So, but from within here, you would have another option to start a virtual chat conversation between the end user that submitted this request. So me as that user earlier, I would be able to start a chat conversation and then import that whole chat conversation that we saw in the user agent directly into the ticket itself. So that way you have that whole history captured within the ticket itself. So if you ever need to do a triage or do a root cause analysis, you can import all the information into the ticket.
Outstanding. Any other questions? Oh, look, Sophie, can agents receive notifications from Teams, for example, when a user updates a ticket, or is this only for the end user?
No, yeah, we can definitely do that. So within ServiceNow, we have flow designers. So you can create triggers and actionable items, right? Where then we can then alert anyone on a new incident that's created, a new problem that's done, a new task that's created, right? And then we can then alert the groups or an individual, right? So we can do a group or individual that needs to be aware of a ticker or an issue, right? And so we can definitely do that from within ServiceNow to make that an actionable item for you, right? And so we could do it within a chat. We could do it within using the Microsoft Teams graph, right? And then we can also spawn off new channels, right? So we can spawn off a new channel, right, that can be monitored. So in this channel, there's updates, right? So, you know, if you have users that need to subscribe to a channel and get updates, they can just subscribe to a channel and see all the new updates or new incidents that are coming up. So they're alerted and aware of situations.
Awesome. Any other questions? Pause for a minute in the meantime. Go ahead.
It's Jessie. I'm asking on behalf of one of my customers. So the question is, the virtual agent that ties ServiceNow to Teams, is that virtual agent available only via ServiceNow, or can other kind of business processes be included?
So let me dive in, get a little bit deeper. So the virtual agent, I'm going to read it back to you. And so the virtual agent that we provide that's integrated to Teams, they would like to be able to leverage it within another platform.
I don't have the follow-up question to that. I just have this here. I'll post the question in. It just says the virtual agent that ties to Teams, is that virtual agent available only via ServiceNow? Outside of that, I don't have additional info on what this question means.
So my initial response, if I'm understanding it correctly, then it would be yes, right? So it's the integration, because we're working in joint step with Microsoft, because we're leveraging API specific to Teams. So, but we do have other plugins for the virtual agent that could be leveraged in platforms. So we could, like, leverage a API and make it available to other platforms. So that's definitely a possibility.
Awesome.
Corey, is there a high-level overview video that can be shared? I know there is.
Yes, there is.
And would you mind that when you find that, just throw it in the chat, please?
Will do.
Appreciate that, sir. And again, we'll be following up with an email that just kind of displays or outlines. There's a couple of outstanding questions that we've got. We'll make sure that link, Christopher, is in there for you as well. The survey form may not have had the right link, so I repasted that at forms.office.com. So we'd love to get your feedback just to make sure this session hit the mark, or if there's help, if you're looking for help from ServiceNow and or Microsoft to kind of take this to the next level. We love having these joint conversations as well. We do that a lot. Or if there's other applications you want to learn more about the next time. I know we've got our friends from Atlassian joining us to talk about the Confluence Cloud integration. And soon after that, we'll be talking about Jira Cloud and Jira Server. Those are certainly top apps used today with Teams. These links are clickable. So if you want to learn more about the ServiceNow integration guide, feel free to click on that. The app source brings you right out to learn a little bit more about that ServiceNow Now Agent app for Teams. Again, the recording will be available within the next 24 to 48 hours. We'll make sure to recap that in the email. And as we close out, thank you so much for joining. Appreciate your attendance, great questions. Thank you, service members. We appreciate and support you. And I think that's a wrap. I'll stick on for another couple minutes. Maybe Corey and Cassie will as well. Any other questions? We'll be here. Other than that, have yourselves a great day. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks so much, Cassie and Corey. Very informative.
Awesome.
You're welcome.
Yep, no problem.